We're on here a minute early.
Hi, everyone.
Now, you'll get to see, once again, what I'm seeing.
What are you seeing?
This.
Wow.
Now, you'll get to see. Turn that down.
Wait, I will.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm done. I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it.
Now, I'm going to see if I can share it. See, I don't know if you remember this.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh, wait a minute. Here I can share. Share to a page. Now, you shared to my page, right?
No, I shared it to my page.
Okay, hold on. Don't share it to mine. I'm going to share it to mine. All right,
Okay.
folks. We know you're there. Hold on. We're getting things situated. All right, share to another page.
Just putting some of my stuff here. My beet juice.
There's Phil on the house page. And then Jack Shadow shared to his page.
You just share away, baby.
All right, almost ready, folks.
I took my hat off.
Okay.
I need a haircut bad. You got yours. Looks nice.
I did. You know what? I'm gonna share it to the Chiller Night group.
Go for it.
I think they deserve to see this stuff.
They should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm gonna hit this. Well, I'll tell you guys here in a minute what's going on. Let me hit the chat. All right.
Okay.
Open in browser.
Well, there's a lot.
There's a lot. That's what I'm telling you. Like, we had to get home.
Sorry.
We just got in the door.
Yes.
Let me write my first chat. Good evening. All right. Okay, now I got to pull up YouTube.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I don't just hop on here. There's some prepping to do.
At least you know what you're doing.
About that. All right.
Ah.
Hey, this ain't that bad. This ain't bad.
No,
801.
it's not.
All right, we can handle that. All right, folks, let's start the pre-show. All right, hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. I've got my beautiful bride,
Hello.
Ava. With me. I didn't know if you wanted to say her name. But welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show, where from 8 p.m. until a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we are here, you are there, we meet here, and we talk about all things horror, science fiction, paranormal, or frankly, whatever the heck you want to talk about. But we will be going over the Chiller Night programming for tonight on Stream TV. What is it you want to say?
I was going to say I wanted to show my modification to a mask if you have to wear one. But I don't want to do that right now. Should I?
You don't want to?
I could.
Okay, it's up to you. If we really want to start the show out that way,
No, we
that's
don't have
fine.
to. We'll do it.
can.
We'll do it in the middle.
Okay.
In the middle.
It is pretty cool.
Yes.
Because she's got to wear a mask at work in a hot factory and
Yes.
everything. And so,
I almost passed out, but some guys showed me how to wear it properly. So I won't start out the show this way, though, but I'll show you.
It is. It's good advice.
Yes.
Why are we frozen like that?
Are we frozen?
Are we frozen? Well, let's check this.
Maybe I said mask and it froze us.
Maybe that was a trigger word for YouTube or something.
It could be.
Facebook.
It could be.
Okay, Carrie says, who is that lovely lady with you tonight? Terminal Stare or Barbie Doll? Ah.
Oh.
Terminal Stare.
Terminal
Remember
Stare.
her on Chiller Theater?
I think so.
Yeah. It is Ava, who plays Aura the Witch.
Yes.
We have a neat picture for that later on. All right.
We had a
John
good day
says
today.
we
We saw
did have a good
Sam.
day. Oh, we just got home. But John says the following is a Bryan Hogue production. All rights reserved. Any violations will be put on your permanent record and will follow you forever, forever, forever. All right. So.
Remember that
Yeah.
forever.
Don't forget. All right, Brian Yeager. What's up, boss? What's the movie tonight? All right. Hey, thanks, Brian. Remember Lumberjack?
I do.
Lumberjack
Yes,
LaRue.
I do.
My Dark Horse Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Who got blinded on the last?
Oh, those bad guys. They do some
I'm still in suspense. What
horrible
happened to him?
stuff. Horrible stuff. All right. So the schedule for tonight is all right. 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features the Manster. That is not a typo. That is the Manster. Half man, half monster. Manster. At 11 p.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. At 11:30 p.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Dr. Jekyll versus the Werewolf. And 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Daniel Hagman. And at 2:15, the reason that's at 2:15 instead of 2 is because that Chiller Chat actually goes for 45 minutes. At 2:15, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Ape. There you have it. There you have it. You can see that will be at streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv on Stream TV. All right. So there you have it, folks. That's the schedule for tonight. We'll be hitting that again. And Brad says it's a Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan and Ava Hogue, starring Bryan and Ava Hogue. Now here's Bryan and Ava.
Hey.
All right. Thank you, Brad. Brad says,
I got
what's
a
on
squeaky
tonight?
chair.
Very, very disruptive.
It is.
Walt Rhodes says, hi, guys. Hey, Walt. Thanks
Hey,
for joining
Walt.
us. John says, greetings again from the one and only, thank goodness, Crozak the Grand. All right. Thanks for joining us, John. Al says, hi, everyone. Hey, Al. Thanks for
Hi,
joining
Al.
us. Brad says, sorry that I wasn't there last night. Oh, no problem. It'll actually be next week's feature movie at 9 p.m.
I need some water too. Actually, beet
So.
juice.
Yes. Sarah says, hi, you guys. Hey, Sarah. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Cassandra says, hi, Al. Raymond says, hello. Brian says, no mask. I also have to wear a mask in a hot factory. I love the time that I don't have to.
Me too. But I can make this so you don't even know you're wearing it. I'm telling you, it works.
I tell you what, you guys, you may have to wear a mask in a hot work environment, but nobody has it as worse as I do. I've got very harsh
Oh, please.
work conditions. It's brutal. I won't even go into it.
Oh. Yeah, AC, no mask.
No, I can't say I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate. I don't have to do that. David says, good evening. Champagne popped and poured. Oh,
Right on.
sounds fun. And Brian says, Ava is an angel, not a witch.
Aw, I can be both.
Yeah. There's a pretty fair mix there. And Brian says, sounds like a great night of entertainment, boss. It's always fun on Saturday nights with Chiller Night Theater, Chiller Chat, and all the programming we can throw your way. So I just appreciate you guys joining me. And Raymond says, doesn't Jack Shadow ever sleep on Saturday night? No, heaven forbid. Clayton says, who are you people? And David says, it's a party. What are you drinking tonight? Yeah, name your
Beverages.
your beverages, yeah. And then Raymond says, I just watch Chiller Night Theater every day. Brad says, Amanda and I supposed to light fireworks tonight at 10 p.m. tonight, since there is no Corey Fest in Corey, PA this year.
Aw.
That doesn't mean we can't entertain ourselves. That's
No.
right.
Nope. Get out there
That
and
is
light them
right.
off.
That is right. So I was going to say tonight I just want to make mention, notable mentions of Chop Block TV over here, reaching across you there,
I
young
made
lady.
him make him smaller so I could fit in the picture.
Yeah. Chop Block TV, they play episodes of Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. You can find them on, well, you can look them up at butchermedia.com, but even easier if you're watching this on Roku, Stream TV, you can check out their Roku channel, Chop Block TV. They got a lot of different horror programs to choose from, and also paranormalwarehouse.com. They also, when I'm able to send them the programming, which I have my share of technical glitches, but they show Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat programming. So I want to thank those guys, and if you get a chance, check them out. And Pacelli Pizza, Butler, PA. They've been a long time sponsor of all things Chiller, so I just appreciate those guys. And Gross Fest, we'll be talking about Gross Fest tonight as well. So, and well, no, as always, we just want to thank Boba Fett for being Boba Fett. So, there he is. All right, so.
All right.
Just had to mention.
I saw that.
Let's see. Ava says, or Cassandra says, replying to Al, not Ava, I am enjoying the book. Good stuff. Replying to Al. Did Al have a book too?
I did.
Or maybe he said something. He said, hi, Cassandra. Okay, that's cool.
So Erie is not in the green phase yet, I take it.
We want Erie County to go green phase, dang it. It's time.
I thought they are green. Isn't the peninsula opened and all that for
I don't know.
beach fun?
All right. Well, Brian Ivers, who was the winner last night. For
Congratulations.
Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights during the Snake People. He won the contest last night.
Snakes
So
in your bed.
congratulations, Brian Ivers. That's right. Tonight I have a segment featuring Aura the Witch on an old Sleepy Hollow Theater episode where we played the Snake People many years. It was back from like probably 2009.
Yeah, I think so.
And
when I was heavily in the show,
Yeah.
now that I'm working second shift, I can't do it as much.
But it's a funny skit, so we'll show that one. Jason says, I'm very, very sorry I missed a show last night, and I'm late getting on here. You guys look and sound amazing. Oh, thank you, Jason. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Clayton says, just got back from PA, but the Philly side of the state. Oh, okay, over on the east side there.
So we're not all green yet, I take it.
I wouldn't think that they would be, but
I don't know. What was that? What was that thing that they did?
I don't know.
Al is letting Cassandra read his latest book.
Oh, okay. I figured it. Okay. Jason
Nice.
says Philly and surrounding counties will never be green. That might be. Brad says still yellow. No inside dining. It was kind of nice when we were driving home and through Franklin, seeing a lot of the outdoor.
Yeah, they were.
Some of the cafes and restaurants having the outdoor dining.
That was
neat.
nice. It was nice to see people out.
Good to see. John says the first rule about Gross Fest is that you talk about Gross Fest. Yes, that's right.
Gross Fest!
We will, darn it. Raymond says, Invisible Glam, how are you?
Glam!
Oh, Glam.
Hi, Glam!
Hello. Thanks for joining
Hopefully
us.
we see her this year, too.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
don't
are
know
you
because
going to, well, maybe she can answer. Maybe Raymond can tell us. Glam, will you be at Gross Fest? Next month?
Salem will. I just heard him meow.
Brad said, just outside, not the same. Yeah, I bet. All right, that's something. Well, if you watched the show last night, watch your head, Ava. Ba-boom!
Oh.
You, we had a live episode of, here, I'll put it over me.
No, you don't have to.
I
fine.
will.
I'm fine with it.
No, here, look at that. We found a home for
okay.
it. Okay. If you joined us last night for Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights, we had a live, unedited Chiller Night Theater. Okay, and
Yes.
last night we featured The Snake People starring Boris Karloff. And that was a lot of fun and had a lot of good participation with that film. And those were a lot of fun for me. A little bit of there's a bit that goes into them, but I have a good time. I can see you guys, for the most part, are having a good time. And, well, I mean, I get a kick out of reading the comments. And so, and Brian Ivers won the contest last night.
What was the question?
It was, well, I played a clip. It was from Bride of the Monster.
Okay.
From 1955. You had to guess the title, movie title, and the year it was released. So Brian got it. Had a couple very close ones that had part of the title and the year, but Brian was right on with it. So, but we had that one last night. That, folks, will be the last Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights for the rest of the year. I'm sure that will be the case. Can I say that 100%? Probably. I mean, I'll say probably. It'll probably be the last one for the end of the year. What do you think?
I don't know. You surprise me all the time.
I do. But I will. I'm saying that, and again, it's not because of a negative reason. It's hopefully because of a positive one. Because I will, hopefully be doing the Harrisville Haunted House again this year. So that's why. Because if that's the case, I have to. There's a lot on my plate. I have to start physically building it very soon. But I also have to do promotional stuff. I like to get that all done before I go hands-on with the construction part, because that ties me up all summer long. So, with that being said, Jason says, the last one. Oh no, yes. Unfortunately, it probably will be. So, all right. But on saying that, last night was the Snake People. Now, as many of you know, because I've touched on it before, back in 2008, we started a show called Sleepy Hollow Theater. It was with Jack Shadow. Same thing. It was just a different title. And Jack, Laura the Witch, Al Von Nock was in it, although she was a zombie back then. She switched over to a vampire for this new relaunching of the show, Chiller Night Theater, starting when we started that show up in our current one in 2015. So, but the scene I'm going to show you was, this doesn't spoil any of the movie, but there is a scene where Captain LeBeche, he finds a snake starting to appear, from the voodoo magic, starting to appear in his room, in his bed and in his sink and all this stuff. So he's getting bombarded with these snakes, and then right after that, Ava came on as Aura the Witch and did this little skit. So I'm going to play this tonight because she's never
From
here.
From 09, eh?
Yeah, she's not here on Friday nights to participate in the live shows. So I wanted to include her with at least showing this skit right here. So here we go, folks.
All right, let's see it. So what have we learned from the last segment of the movie? No, seriously, I'm asking you, because I have no idea what we just saw. I think Annabelle has some serious issues. No, seriously. I think she's a bit of a narcissist. Wow, and talk about self-love. Some strange things are going on, and not just in Annabelle's room, but in Captain LeBeche's room as well. How creepy would it be to have snakes in your bed? Ooh, can you imagine, like laying in bed at night after the movie when you're drifting off to sleep? Whatever you do, don't think of snakes in your bed. In your bed. Snakes in your bed. Don't do it. Don't dream or think snakes in your bed. Snakes in your bed. Now with snakes remotely out of your mind, now and later, let's get back to Snake People.
All right, there you have it.
Good time.
Oh, what we do. That was fun.
That was fun.
Let's see. Oh, geez, look at all the ones that we're missing. Just outside, not the same. Yeah, I will. Oh, Cassandra says I will be at Gross Fest.
Yay.
Brad says Prescott Island is allowing swimming, but no inside dining. Okay. Gotta get caught up. The last one. Oh no.
I hope Ultrasonic's open though up there because I want to get my car detailed.
Brad says we don't want a second wave. No, not. We don't want that. And Raymond says, well, thank you, Glam. Brian and Ava said hi to you. And then Brad says, fingers crossed. John says, the last live show, color me. Color me sad. Yeah. I'm just trying to. Oh, Brian says no reruns. I don't play Sleepy Hollow Theater. When I was doing the when I started the show up in 2015, and then again at the very tail end of 2017, I started the production with Stream TV. That way, I was in their TV studio. I was with their equipment, their audio and video equipment. So it was kind of like a relaunching of the show. And I didn't want to play Sleepy Hollow Theater because that was the old name. I wanted everything to be under that one title, that one logo. So not to send people in so many different directions. So that was the reason for that. And Brad says, Ava, you haven't changed a bit.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
And Raymond says, Brian, Glam said she will try and make Gross Fest since last year's was so much fun.
Good.
All right, good deal. And then John says, watch out for snakes.
Yes.
In your bed. Oh, not ACA, but Glam, Raymond says. Okay, I thought you were saying Ava there. Okay. And AC and Glam said hi to you. Okay. Gotcha. And then Cassandra says, Ava's always beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Cassandra.
Jason said, excellent, bravo.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was
I had a lot of fun back on Sleepy Hollow.
that was fun. Yeah. And you hosted some shows.
I know. Are any of those in the archives or in the vault?
I have the episodes. I just what I was saying is when I first started the shows,
they weren't in high def.
Well, yeah, I mean I can switch them over, but I was taking segments of them and doing a what?
Switching them over.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to say. I don't want to show the old Sleepy Hollow Theater episodes. I don't mind showing segments of it because the quality of the show I think is a lot better now. So, well, it is now. It is.
But can you show them on clips? I don't know what was the issue before breaking them up like the older clips into.
Those I just had to convert them over to high def because before
Gotcha.
they were just on standard.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about that. I was trying to mix them, and I was coming up with a blurry episode a lot of times because I didn't understand. I didn't understand how to do that even as of like maybe 2 years ago. Right before when I started with Stream TV is when I learned all that stuff. So even though I've been doing this show for a long time, I still had a lot of limitations in knowing how to do this stuff. So
yeah.
Let's see. All right, so that's that. Again, now it's 8:23 already. It feels like I just started a few minutes ago. We went in, and one of the things we did today was we went to the Taco Shack in Oil City. And who did we run across but Samantha? If you don't know Samantha outside the makeup and costume, that's what she looks like on the show. Well, that's what we all look like on the show. All right, so there we are. See, we kind of look a little different, don't we?
Yeah.
But anyways, that is us today, and I had to change my shirt at the last minute because I had my Green Goblin green shirt on, and I would be transparent. But
Hey, we didn't want that.
No, we didn't want that. But Brad says I may not have to Chiller Fest 1, but I will try my darndest to make it to Chiller Fest 2 at Harrisville this October. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would.
That's quite a journey for you. So that's quite a ride. But yeah, if you make it out, just make sure that you say hi to us. Make sure you let us know that you're there, so we can spend some time visiting with you. And then Jason says,
"Don't replace the hat, Ava. Keep rocking it." Oh, it's falling apart though. I love it. I love it.
Brad says, Samantha, oh. Cassandra says, beautiful picture. Yes. Yeah, there we are. Mask and all. And speaking of masks.
Okay, should I do it? Okay.
See, that was my segue.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this, all right. So the metal part's going to be in the top. You're going to want to very carefully, will you hold it up for me?
I
Just
will.
like
this?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you want to carefully do that. Okay, so now you got it like this. You don't have to hold it now.
Okay.
Like that. Okay, then you just tie this top together like this. And I'm telling you, you won't even know you're wearing it. You'll be able to breathe, and your breath won't go back in. You won't be breathing your own breath, and it won't fog your safety glasses. If you have to wear safety glasses. So it's going to look stupid, but we all look stupid in the shop, so it don't matter. So just like that.
Look at that.
Yeah, just like that. And you're free down here. It's kind of like wearing a face shield, but you can't even tell. I mean, it's literally on. You're not breathing your own breath back in. And your safety glasses won't fog up. So just know that if you got something like this, actually, even if you even want to get more technical, we do this too. Just do it gentle or you're going to rip your mask.
Don't want to rip your mask.
Don't want to rip your mask. So just like just pull it apart like that. And then you can, it's actually better. You just do, you just do that. But you can breathe and you can last 12 hours in your mask like this. I'm telling you. Do it.
Raymond says,
Do
look
it.
like an Arabian princess.
Aw.
Brad
So that's how you do it. So hopefully I'm saving you guys from passing out when the shop gets above 80.
Yeah.
Because ours has, and it was miserable.
Yeah, that'd be tough to be there and wearing a mask, so.
It is. I didn't think. And then now we get rode up if our noses are stuck out. And that's the incorrect way to wear it. So we just do that.
Keep them noses in.
Yeah, keep those noses in. Don't get rode up.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I thought I'd pass it along.
I bet that would be a lot less, I don't know, limiting.
It's hot, then you got a mask. And then when I'm magging particles inside this booth, it's even hotter. Oh my gosh, it's miserable. So I don't know if you guys are in a weld shop or machine shop or what kind of shop, but they get hot. So there you go.
There you go. All right. So hopefully that's given some people some ideas if they have to wear those. Jason says, don't replace the hat, Ava. Keep rocking it.
Hey, where did my little knit witch hat go that I just got over the winter?
Oh, I don't know.
I got a cute little witch hat somewhere.
I can't keep track of my own stuff, let alone that.
I'm going to have to find it. Maybe I'll start wearing that instead.
Brad says, I would love to go there. To the haunt.
Glue the hat. That's what Raymond just said.
Glue the hat.
Brian told me to put clear fingernail polish around the rim, and maybe that might not. But glue or fingernail polish. I haven't tried it yet. I got to stop it from fraying. Something.
And then Brad says, that is really innovative.
Thanks.
And then Al says, is Corpus here tonight? I haven't seen her.
Haven't seen her on here either.
Jason says, excellent advice. Well, there you have it. Thank you. So, that is pretty cool. So, very, very good. Good advice. How about you guys? Do you have to wear masks at work?
Who all wears masks? It's like we have to. It's mandatory. If you want to work, you got to put it on.
I mean, I don't work at home all the time. I mean, right now I do. I have since March every day. But, I mean, eventually I will be going in from one. Normally, before all this started, I would work at a facility 1 to 2 days a week. Most of the time I work right here at home, though, in my home office. And so we'll be starting that back up soon, from what I understand. So that'll be kind of neat. It's kind of nice working from home too, though.
If I could bring my lathe home, I would.
Raymond says, glue for cloth. I use it for my outdoor flag. Oh. What kind? Any particular kind of glue that works good? Brad says, I have a Spider-Man mask. A Spider-Man mask. Speaking of masks, and we'll be touching on this in Gross Fest coming up, if we are wearing masks when we go to Gross Fest, I probably won't appear as Jack Shadow. I'll probably just be me. So, but that's too much.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know how you could do it.
That was hot last year. But not that I won't, do what I got to do. For the show must go on type of thing. But that's a mask on top of a mask. I don't like that idea. Raymond says, I don't work. You're retired.
I am waiting for that day.
Jason says, I only wear one to get into my office and into all the shops here. Oh, okay. And Raymond says, whatever Walmart sells as far as the glues. Okay. Cassandra says, I have to, unfortunately, in some areas of my department, I can't cheat with my mask because of all the risks of all the yuckies floating around. Oh, I can imagine. Brad says, I'm trying to get a Cleveland Browns mask for my birthday this fall. Why?
Steelers, right? Cleveland Browns. I don't watch football, so is that a football team? That's a football team, okay.
Well,
we're in the Steeler country.
Hardly. Just kidding, Brian. John says, as a security officer, we started in late March and now it's almost mid-June, so for a while. Okay. All right. All righty. Well, hopefully all this stuff will be over soon. Get tired of it. All right, now,
we should say who's all going to get the vaccine. I'm not.
But anyways, all right, Gross Fest. Gross Fest 3 is coming up on this side of, here we go, this side of Boba Fett. Gross Fest 3 is coming up on, July 25th and 26th, I believe. So, I'm asking you guys, who's going to be there? I know we'll be there. Samantha, we just talked to her tonight.
She'll be there.
Whether we're in, I mean, the plan is.
Sandra and David's going to be there.
Yeah, we know they're going to be there because we're going to be right beside them. Glam might be there, but if any of you guys are going to be there, let us know. Definitely come up to us, and if we don't know who you are, or we just see your name every week, just let us know who you are, so we can talk to you and chat with you and visit with you for a while. So. But let me play that ad real quick.
Gross Fest, the Pittsburgh area's hottest independent horror convention. Come to Gross Fest 3, July 25th and 26th at the George Washington Hotel at 60 South Main Street in Washington, PA. Guests include Drew Marvick, Billy Pond, Bill Oberst Jr., Aaron R. Ryan, Brooklyn Ewing, Jerry LaRue, Jack Shadow, Aura the Witch, and Elle Von Nock from Chiller Night Theater. Check out grossfest.com for our full list of guests, dates, location, and more. Don't miss Gross Fest 3.
All right, there you have it, folks. Gross Fest. I'll tell you what, that was we had a good time last year. That was a good time. I was half the day as me, as Brian, and then the other half of the day I was Jack Shadow. And that was just a fun time. A lot of interesting folks down there. So looking forward to it. I don't know if Tim, Tom, or Terrence is watching tonight, but we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys again, and of course David and Diane and Sylvia, they'll be there as well. And Jason says, Ava, are you drinking some witch's brew or a Bloody Mary?
Neither. It's super beets.
Yeah, beet juice.
It's beet juice.
Yeah, I usually drink that pretty much every day. I didn't get mine yet today.
No, but since
I
my
ain't getting it
DNA
after
said
this.
to up my beet juice,
Yeah.
I'm drinking all the beet juice.
All right, leave some for me. Let's see. Brad says I'll try to be there. I'll call an Uber. What, the Gross Fest or?
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about.
Cool. Brad says, have you been watching Paranormal Warehouse and Chop Block TV recently, Brian? Nope, just what the shows I send them, to be honest, because I don't even watch TV here, quite frankly, until late at night, until normally late at night, at the end of the night, and quite frankly, what I'm doing is normally watching like a Western. I put in a John Wayne movie or Clint Eastwood or something.
I can watch those only once, but I know you can rerun them and rerun them.
I grew up watching those. My thing growing up was watching horror movies, which included the Chillers of sci-fi as well. I watched wrestling growing up and westerns. That was those are such a big influence on me. And of course, this Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like
Fantasy Island, Love Boat.
that. Yeah, remember that?
And then Smurfs on Saturday, and then I'm out playing.
What were some of your favorite shows? Anybody? But that was my. I don't know. Those things kind of inspired me, and of course Star Wars. I gotta have Boba here representing. Cassandra says, "I love westerns. What's your favorite?" I just I like movies like I like the out of the Clint Eastwood. I like For a Few Dollars More. That's probably one of my favorites. With John Wayne, probably one of my favorite movies is El Dorado. So, but Jason says The Outlaw Josie Wales is my all-time Western favorite. Oh, that's cool. Good movie. Tony says Star Trek, Kirk and Spock, the best. That's the best Star Trek. Yes. Nothing comes close. The only other Star Trek I enjoyed watching after that was The Next Generation, but it pales in comparison to the original as far as I'm concerned. I do watch a lot of those. I have that entire collection. The original. How about you, baby?
What?
Star Trek? You like Star Trek? She loves Star Trek.
We're on a different plane when
I know.
we're watching stuff.
Everything I watch annoys her.
You just gotta get me settled down to watch it, I guess.
Yeah. No.
It's okay once I'm watching it.
Yeah, it's not that bad, is it?
No.
Brad says Saturday morning cartoons, including WWE Pro Wrestling, was awesome. There you go. Cassandra says, love Clint Eastwood. Jason says, the Smurfs and Pac-Man. Thundar the Barbarian. I remember that. Love that show. Spider-Man is Amazing Friends.
He-Man.
Yeah.
I've
He-Man, yeah. Brad says.
After school, that was on.
He-Man, Ultraman, those old Marvel cartoons, the original ones from back in the 60s.
Maybe you watch the Thundercats.
Thundercats, yeah. Jason says Star Trek is the absolute best. Live long and prosper. I do. I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I don't talk about it as much as Star Wars, but I like them both the same. It's just like people would think probably I love horror movies more than sci-fi. Actually, they're pretty equal. I love them. I love all of that stuff. John says mine were a mixed creature double feature, The Ghoul and Five All Night. Huh. Now where was that at, John? I haven't heard of these shows. Creature double feature. The Ghoul. It was at a horror host and 5 all night. So we'll wait for John to see where. I know. I mean, I know I've sent you stuff in the mail. I don't happen to remember off the top of my head where you're from. Land of the Lost. Al says, yeah, I remember that.
I like the movie.
The original, yeah, the movie.
Movie's a hoot.
Yeah, I used to watch The Land of the Lost when I was a kid with the
Yeah.
Slee Stacks, Marshall, Will, and Holly.
See, I didn't know that was a
Routine
TV
Expedition.
series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that
Sid
until
and
you
Marty
told me
Croft. Brad says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. Jason says the Slee Stacks. Yeah, the Slee Stacks. And then Cassandra says Electra Woman and Dyna Girl, Dr. Shrinker. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's great. What? Oh, you already said you like the Smurfs.
that. I love the Smurfs. And then when they went off, I don't know what. I didn't watch anything.
That's neat. That's neat hearing some of your favorite shows growing up. That's pretty cool. But Saturdays was always 8:40. Look at this. It's amazing how fast this goes. But Saturdays was always a very, very special day for me. I look forward to it so much. I mean, besides the obvious, when you're a kid, you love Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
But and I've told this before, and you're probably bored hearing it. But that's kind of why I'm here right now. Is
Actually,
What?
you know what I think happened? Summer Playground started, or I was able to go there. So then I stopped watching Saturday night or Saturday cartoons.
Oh, okay.
At least through the summer. I don't know.
Brad says 6:05 WCW Saturday Night Wrestling Chiller Theater. That's it. That's it. That was it. Brad. Jason said the Herculoids, Gloop and Gleep. Yeah, I remember that. Cassandra said HR Puffin stuff. That is funny hearing that stuff. Yeah. I remember that, Cassandra Al says. But yeah, we used to watch wrestling, and at 6:05 p.m. on TBS. And then later on at night, 11:30 at night on WPXI, we watched Chiller Theater. I just always remember those two shows really stood out because those were shows that the whole family would sit together and watch. That was like a family thing for me. And I always equate that with a family setting, whether it was a monster movie or not, because my mom would make us a pizza, the Chef Boyardee pizzas. I just remember those or the popcorn and the snacks, to watch the scary movies. And Georgia Championship Wrestling, Jason says, yeah. I used to love that, and that's why, again, that was another big influence of mine. I had my Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, and of course, one of my favorite wrestlers growing up was the Masked Superstar, and you met him.
Mm-hmm. Had Jello shots with him.
She was having Jello shots with the Masked Superstar, Bill Eadie, before I interviewed him, and just a super nice guy. I like to talk to people before I interview them, and he sat there and talked to me, and at the time they were, my cousin was interviewing him as well. We were both talking to him. He sat down there and talked to us for like 40 minutes before the interview, just sitting there talking. I'm like, holy cow, this is a show.
It was fun though, because when he hugged me, I was literally like in his armpit.
Yeah, he was,
he was so tall.
Big guy. Yeah, but that. When I was growing up, and I have pictures in my desk here in a folder, but of us going to the Columbus Center in Ohio to watch wrestling that was, featured on Georgia Championship Wrestling. They'd say, normally they'd be in the Omni, in Georgia, but then on this night, we're going to be in Columbus Center on this night. Well, that was the closest one for us to go to. So we would go to the Columbus Center, watch Andre the Giant and Dusty Rhodes, the Masked Superstar, Mr. Wrestling #2, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and all those guys, And that was just a big deal to me, when I was growing up. So obviously that was a big influence on me.
How about the Ice Capades? Did you ever go to the Ice Capades?
Never.
I remember going there when I was younger.
I've never been to one of those. Oh my gosh. Look at all these. Okay, John, get back to, Al says, whatever happened to Saturday morning cartoons?
They did away with them.
Yeah, there's actually, if you look on YouTube, there's several really good presentations on, type that in, whatever happened to the Saturday morning cartoons, or
Yeah, because
figure
they
out the
wanted to
wording.
make it informational, or
This happened back in the 90s,
yeah.
where they took that away to present. It had to be something educational, it had to have an educational angle to it. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. But that was actually like a government controlled thing, I guess. Um, uh, let's see. Georgia Championship Wrestling, Brad says, and we're doing it ourselves. LOL. I'm honored. Oh, about the wrestler or the chiller. Yeah. Well, we did both. Yeah. Al says, oh, okay. Oh, John. This is where John says, Boston, Massachusetts. Okay. Channel 56 for Creature double feature Saturday afternoon from 1 till 5. 5 all night was on Channel 5 Boston with George Purnell. Tuesday night was Charlie Chan night. Okay.
Oh, so he's from Massachusetts.
Yeah. Okay. Or if not, the surrounding area with Channel 56 was in Boston. So I forget if you're actually in Boston. Like we're not in Pittsburgh, but our channel was in Pittsburgh, and we were close enough to see that. Well, anywhere in Northwest Pennsylvania. Ken Howard says WPXI Chili Billy Cardell often duplicated, never topped. Well, he was very supportive in what I was doing. I'll tell you, it couldn't have been nicer.
Well, that's
And
kind of interesting. I wonder see if he's ever
what?
if he's close to Salem or not.
Oh, I don't know. Are you close to Salem, Massachusetts? Brad says Chili Billy and Bruno would be very proud. I've never met Bruno, even though he lived very close to Bill Cardell. But I know Chili Billy was very very generous with his time. When I talked to him on the phone, I don't think I talked to him any less than 40 minutes. I'd be very, very extremely talkative, extremely helpful, and I don't know, just a super nice guy.
Where's the pillow? I'm gonna sit on my feet.
I don't know. Raymond says Saturdays I watched Roy Rogers, Sky King. Regarding Roy, did you know that Pat Brady was part of Patton's tank regiment? No, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Ken Howard says, "Don't forget Ringside Rosie." Oh, how could you forget? And then, yeah, Brad says government regulations with that Saturday morning cartoon thing. Jason says Jello shots with the Masked Superstar. That's awesome. Yeah, I would try to pull up a picture. I didn't think it would bump me off here.
Yeah, we can't have that.
No,
can't be froze.
No. Oh my gosh, man, so many technical issues. I'm kind of glad that was last night was the last live show for a while until I can get this figured out. Jason says Jabberjaw. You remember that?
Nope.
Speed Racer, Speed Buggy, Grape Ape, all great. Yeah. And Brad says, and we're doing it ourselves. I'm honored. Oh yeah. Okay. And then Brad says Chiller Night Theater. Yeah, it was it's a neat thing. I was honored. Yeah. I was very honored to actually not only meet but have both of those guys on my show. The Masked Superstar, Bill Eadie, and also Chili Billy. The fact that I had them on the show was just, I can't tell you how much that meant to me. I felt like a little kid again when I was talking to both of those guys. But you didn't grow up with Bill Eadie, so or the Masked Superstar, so
nothing like that.
yeah.
I was in my own world.
Yeah. Some of these guys are really fun, though. I mean, Bill was a lot of fun. Bill Cardell, and then Bill Eadie, he was super nice. We were talking today about Gary Striner.
Yeah,
from
he was fun.
Night of Living Dead. Yeah, he was a fun one. I went down. Well, we both went down and interviewed him, and for a chiller chat, we were in the Evans
And
City
Russ.
Cemetery.
Russ was. I enjoyed
Russ,
him
yeah,
too.
he came
And
up
George
to Oil City.
Casana.
Yeah, Casana, and yeah, he played
And
Sheriff
he passed
McClellan
away.
and John Russo. So, but we've had a lot of people on the show over the years, and it's been we've put a lot into the show, and we're just very very happy that you're joining us even for this pre-show. You know, I think this is a lot of fun. This is it's really cool. Brad says Underdog. Yeah, you remember? No, you have to remember Underdog. And the little dog, little superhero dog.
I didn't watch a lot of TV though, to be honest with you. I was always out playing or running or.
Yeah. Raymond says, "I bet you made them feel old, Brian." I may have. I don't know. But Cassandra says, Hank Welker did the voice of Jabberjaw as well as Fred Jones, Scooby Doo. That's funny. That's neat seeing these. This is kind of a very nostalgic episode tonight. You know, I like this. I had one picture that was kind of a. It had a little montage of all these shows that were very inspirational to me growing up. Like I think the Adventures of Superman, George Reeves is on there. The Lone Ranger in Tonto. I was a big fan of the Lone Ranger. You know, Star Trek, the original Star Trek, Planet of the Apes. All this stuff that Ava just loves and makes me watch every night. So, and of course the classic monster movies. So.
See, I'm watching them for the first time though when you play them. A lot of them.
You should see how it is here when we're trying to find a horror movie.
I like new ones. I do. I just like to pick a random new one.
I would just love if every Saturday night I watched either a Universal or a Hammer horror movie. That to me would be my little slice of heaven. And I wish I could play them here on Chiller Night Theater. I really wish I could do that. Hey, speaking of Chiller Night Theater and Stream TV, see that? Stream TV. They are now picking up another station in Franklin, Pennsylvania. So they cover Oil City and the surrounding areas also. And then now they'll be picking up a new station in Franklin, which is of course going to be picking up all their surrounding areas. And
which
I think
it used to in the beginning.
It used to. And now it's going to, again, Stream TV is now going to be picking all those channels up again, or all those
local stations.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So we'll be expanding our viewership even more. So I'm really happy about that. I think I found out about that maybe Thursday, but that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Brad says Care Bears, Cabbage Patch.
Oh, I loved Care Bears. I even actually have a Care Bear somewhere here, and I have a Cabbage Patch. Who still has their Cabbage Patch?
Wow, that's it. Brad says 10 minutes until Chiller Night Theater. Brad, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Jason says Crothers.
That was the elf, wasn't it?
Scatman.
The moose or whatever it was.
Oh, Scatman Crothers did Hong Kong Phooey. Remember Hong Kong Phooey?
Mm-mm. Nope.
I'm a little older than you.
Well, you know, this is the issue too. Dad had this antenna on the top of the house that would like rotate. So sometimes he would drop the cable, and we'd have to go by this antenna thing.
Okay.
So we had cable, then we didn't have cable, then we'd have cable, and so I don't really remember watching a lot of TV growing up.
That's all.
So that's how that went.
This is really cool seeing all these old shows that you guys are mentioning. It's bringing back all kinds of memories. Jason says, "What's the lineup tonight?" Yes, we have to throw that back up there again. All right, at 9 p.m., Chiller Night Theater, the movie is The Manster. Now that episode, I think that was from 2016. You can tell by looking at some of these that they are before. They were pre-stream TV, but enjoyable to do nonetheless. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. I guess it's Brian Seach, and he is the director of the Center for Cryptozoology or Zoological Society. It's hard for me to remember that off the top of my head. 11:30 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Dr. Jekyll versus the Werewolf. Now that one was from 2015, if I remember right. And 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Daniel Hagman. Now you'll see that Chiller Chat is looking a little different. That was that podcast idea that I was telling you about last week, where that's why it's going to look a little different. It's actually a 45-minute episode. And then at 2:15, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Ape. The Ape, starring Boris Karloff. So there you have it. That's the lineup for tonight. And that will be coming your way in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes maybe. And
These are going faster.
they are.
Before it was just like, oh.
Cassandra says David met Clayton Moore, and he was given a silver bullet. I remember David saying something about that silver bullet.
That's cool.
Remember he said he had it buried in the backyard, and then he moved or something like that when he was a kid or whatever. I remember you mentioning that story because I remember even saying we ought to get like a would silver show up in a metal detector? I would think, right?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. We got to go there, Dave. We got to make the arrangements. We go there. We could make a show out of it, maybe.
Finding the silver bullet.
That'd be so awesome. Can you imagine that? Finding the buried silver bullet that was actually given to you by
That's
Clayton
awesome.
Moore, the Lone Ranger. So, Jason says the Manster. LOL. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad movie. That's enjoyable. It's entertaining. Brad says these are collector items. Yeah, especially that. The Cabbage Patch Kid. Oh I missed that one. Okay.
Okay, so she got it when she was 2. So has she ever taken it out of the box? Because mine literally was drug everywhere. It wouldn't be. Yeah, I don't think. It's still at my mom's.
Boy, but they are collector items.
Oh yeah. I sold the Cabbage Patch animal. I had a cat Cabbage Patch.
This is one of my nostalgic. Where'd he go? Aha!
Your rubber man.
Right, yeah, there's my mask.
Yeah.
The Jigglers from back in the 70s, the early 70s, like 73, 74, they had these things. That's Frankenstein.
Wait, if he's in the green.
Yeah, I know. His face is going to look
There, I'll do this.
black. You can't see his face and hands because they're green. But I remember having these things as a kid. But I don't know. Tonight's a very nostalgic night. I appreciate everybody's participation. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this immensely. That was a nice nostalgic trip down memory lane tonight in not only horror and science fiction, but even with the Western, some of the mentions, and with wrestling. Raymond says, was it a real bullet? One that could be fired from a pistol? That's a good question. I wonder about, would Clayton Moore actually give out a real bullet? I mean, you never know. Good question. David says, I'm listening, Brian, but I'm typing a script at the same time. I'm listening to the show. Cheers and drinking champagne. Oh, no problem. I do that when the few times I have been able to join in on the Thursday night watch parties. Normally, I'm editing or doing something else, so I'm mostly listening to it. But
I know, and I'm just tuned in for the view.
all right. So whether you are fully focused on this tonight, David, one of the questions is, and maybe we'll get this. I want to say this right now. This is kind of a big deal. We won't be able to be here next week. We're not going to be able to have the pre-show next week. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but I'm mentioning it now. And
How about the following one?
I'm not sure if we're going to be on the 27th, but I know we won't be able to be here. Our schedule is just such we won't be able to be here next week. So no pre-show on the 20th. Possibly on the 27th. I can't rule it out entirely. I'll let you know throughout that day to see if we're going to be able to do that or not. Brad says, grab your Corona. Yes, hopefully the safe kind.
Or your super beats.
Yeah.
Get ready
Ava
for the
says,
show.
enjoy reading Cassandra, or Al says that. And Cassandra says, the bullet was 10. Okay. All
You
right.
just love saying my name tonight.
Yeah, I know. I do. John says, this is a Bryan Hogue production. Remember, if it's not, you've been robbed. Utah offer pending. Cassandra says, although I have a silver bullet made of real silver.
Nice.
Well, that's cool. You are protected, young
yes,
lady.
Yes, you are.
All right. So it's 8:59, folks. Thank you once again for joining Ava and myself for the Chiller Night Live pre-show. Dash to your Roku device. Go to streammedia.tv or their Stream TV's Roku channel and enjoy Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat tonight. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good chiller night. You're welcome.
All right. See you.
See ya.
See you maybe in 2 weeks.